Are you showing up to auditions trying to be exactly what you think casting wants? Maybe shifting yourself like a chameleon, depending on the role description, basically juggling a dozen different masks, trying to be everything to everyone? Look, here's the hard truth. When you try to be everything to everyone, you end up being nothing specific to anyone, which is just boring. You also risk catfishing casting directors. Seriously. If you're doing this, you're presenting a blurry, kind of generic version of yourself instead of the unique, compelling actor that you actually are. And the biggest drag, you are going to miss out on the roles that you are genuinely born to play. The ones that perfectly suit you. So, what if the secret isn't about being more adaptable, but being more authentically you? What if the key to standing out, to booking the roles you love, lies in uncovering your core energetic signature? By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of the things that make you unique. I'm going to give you a practical 4-part framework to finally start identifying the core components of your unique energetic signature. This is the stuff that changes the game, especially when you've already got the training under your belt, but need to bridge the gap to get seen. And later on, I'll share my free tool, the Actor Brand Decoder Prompt. This one is a good one, folks. It is the perfect companion for this framework. It is mind-blowing how accurate and useful this tool is. So if you want this tool, write prompt in the comments. By the way, hi, I'm Anne. And if you're ready to ditch the chameleon act and start getting cast for who you truly are, you are definitely in the right place. This is what I do. I help trained actors get crystal clear on their brand and then create a marketing strategy that works for them. Today, we're rolling up our sleeves and getting practical, breaking down the 4 components of your energetic signature. The essential building blocks that make you uniquely castable when you understand how they work together. So let's get into them. The first one is your initial impact, understanding the immediate impression you make. Your energy, identifying your natural pace and intensity. Your vulnerability, connecting you with your authentic emotional core. Your edge, recognizing your unique, distinctive qualities. Getting a handle on each of these is how you unlock the full picture of who you are and communicate that power effectively. First up, initial impact. This is that vibe you give off instantly, often before you even open your mouth. We know people make judgments fast. Seconds. Casting directors are ninjas at this. In fact, I read a recent Deadline article mentioning a casting director who admits to only watching the first 4 seconds of a self-tape. 4 seconds! That's insane, but it really tells you how crucial that immediate first impression, your initial impact, truly is. Understanding this part of your energetic signature is more important than ever. So, what energy are you putting out there when you walk into a room or pop up on that self-tape screen? Do you know? Because it's crucial. For instance, some actors naturally project this incredible warmth, making people feel instantly safe and connected. Others might project something more mysterious that makes people curious and want to know more. Neither is bad, okay? They're just different. But understanding yours is step 1. So ask yourself these questions. How do people usually react when they meet me? Are they immediately at ease, intrigued, slightly cautious, amused? What's the first word people tend to use for my vibe, like just off the cuff? Do I naturally command attention when entering a space? Or do I tend to blend in initially? Don't get confused with how you would like to be perceived. We need to always start from a place of radical honesty to identify the truths about ourselves, even if they're not what we'd want them to be. Knowing your default initial impact means you know what you're leading with. Then you can decide how to consciously shape that first impression for a role. But you have to know your starting point. Okay, component 2, energy. It's about your natural tempo, your operational rhythm, how you move through the world. It's distinct from initial impact. That's the first impression. Energy is more your cruising speed, your natural pace and intensity. Think about the difference between someone who enters a room buzzing, talking fast, reacting quickly, versus someone who feels more grounded, calm, and deliberate in their movements and speech. Both types of energy can be incredibly compelling, but they suit different roles and situations. So, what's yours? Is your default energy more animated and expressive, or more still and contained? Do you tend to act spontaneously, or do you usually process things internally first? There is no judgment here, but knowing your natural energetic frequency helps you to see what roles might feel like slipping into your comfy shoes or where you'll need to consciously shift that frequency. Casting picks up on this vibe right away. And another layer to consider here is where in your body do you seem to lead from? Think about it. Do you lead from your head? Maybe you come across as intellectual, analytical, someone you just know is smart before they even speak. Or maybe your heart, someone who just oozes warmth, the kind of person described as wearing their heart on their sleeve. Maybe you lead with your body. These are often the sensualists. They're very in touch with their physical presence and senses. It doesn't have to mean sexy, but it can. Think about that grounded, instinctual, almost animalistic quality that some actors have, like Marlon Brando was known for. And lastly, the soul. These people can seem almost otherworldly, calm, wise, kind, operating on a different plane. Now remember, like I said about energy itself, you are a blend. We don't fit neatly into just one box in any of these categories. You are surely made up of some combination of these four leading centers, plus the energetic qualities I mentioned, which makes for an infinite number of possible outcomes. And that is why you are so unique. The third piece, and wow, this one is huge, vulnerability. Listen up. This is not a weakness, not even close. It's about your real, authentic emotional access, your resonance. Can you let people in to see your humanity? Because that is what makes an audience connect deeply and actually feel something genuine with you. Think about those performances where an actor lets you see behind the mask, shows you a crack in the facade, maybe a flicker of fear beneath the bravado or unexpected tenderness, and suddenly you're completely hooked. That's the power of being able to access your vulnerability. As humans, we're taught to wear masks to protect our vulnerability, but as actors, we need to take them off. Owning your emotional depth can become your absolute superpower. And it's often where our most compelling, unique work comes from. So get real with yourself. What kind of emotions feel closest to the surface for you? What themes or human experiences really resonate with your core? Are you willing to let your imperfections show? Your capacity for vulnerability is a huge part of your energetic signature. That's the thing that dictates the depth and authenticity you bring. And lastly, your edge. This is your unique flavor, your spice, maybe even your hot sauce. Those distinctive qualities that make you specifically interesting, memorable, and not always conventionally nice. It stops you from being boring beige or generic. What is that thing for you? Maybe it's a razor-sharp wit, a bone-dry sense of humor that catches people off guard, an intensity simmering just below the surface that makes people pay attention. Think about actors who have that certain something that makes you unable to look away. That's their edge. It makes you specific. Trying to smooth that over to be whatever you think the casting director wants will just make you forgettable. So what's your edge? Let me know in the comments. Okay, initial impact, energy, vulnerability, edge. These four things, plus how you lead from your body, mixed together in your unique recipe. Your specific levels of each create that energetic signature. When you get this, you stop trying to be some watered-down version of what you think they want. You stop the catfishing. You start showing up as the compelling, specific, castable actor you already are. Because, let's face it, your authentic self is so much more interesting, more castable, and frankly, more enjoyable to be around than any version you think they want to see. Look, figuring out how these apply to you and then translating them into a clear message for the industry, that's the crucial next step. And that's exactly where the actor brand Decoder prompt becomes your secret weapon. And honestly, it is a game changer. This free guide isn't just a worksheet, it's a workbook designed to give you powerful breakthrough clarity. By answering targeted questions about your initial impact, energy, vulnerability, and edge, and using AI prompts to help you synthesize, you'll finally pinpoint your unique energetic signature and craft a potent brand statement. Think of this statement as your personal career North Star. It will guide you in everything. The real benefit is you get crystal clear on your strengths. You finally stop confusing casting directors because you're not confused anymore. And you start attracting the roles that truly fit you. You gain the rock-solid confidence that comes from knowing exactly who you are and how to showcase it. Seriously, grab this free guide. Look, figuring out all this stuff on your own is tough. Seriously, analyzing ourselves is hard. We're just too close. So if you're a trained actor who's been in the business for at least a few years, but still feel like the industry doesn't quite get you, or you're stuck translating this signature into the roles you know you deserve, let's talk. Book a free call using the link below. We'll dive into your specific challenges and goals, and I'll tell you straight up if I think I can help you bridge that gap. If I can, I'll explain exactly what that looks like. And if I don't think that we're the right fit for each other, I'm still going to do my best to point you in the right direction. Okay. Whew. That was a big one, right? But understanding how to identify your energetic signature is huge. This is strategic career fuel. It lets you own your power. So do the work. Use the prompt. Start figuring out your unique flavor. And stop trying to be vanilla when you are clearly Rocky Road or Rum Raisin. Own it! And hey, if you want to dive even deeper into the nuances of actor branding from a different angle, check out this video here, What the Hell is Branding for Actors Anyway?, where I interview the brilliant actor and entrepreneur, Kahn. Seriously, so much wisdom in that chat. Until next time, you stay your bold and beautiful self. Bye-bye.